I'm slow. All right, now we starting. What's up? This Colossal Sports Zone here to talk about the NBA Finals and break it down. Um,
Close the door.
um, we're gonna start off talking about Game One first. Uh, what did y'all get guys think about Game One and the LeBron cramps and just the overall Game One?
Me personally, I thought that I didn't watch the game. I was at work, but seeing highlights of it, I experienced severe cramping, and it is no joke. So once your body lock up and go, there's nothing you can do. But LeBron got the theatrics with it, and got to turn his face, and got to do all this stuff. But it is what it is. They lost to a better team that night, and pretty much sums it up on my end.
All right, John. All right,
Yeah,
John. You last Mohican.
yeah. I mean, I agree, Jarrell. Pretty much being an athlete, I've been in that situation before where I've cramped up in games and stuff like that. And once you start cramping, I mean, you're either gonna cramp the whole rest of the time or you're just gonna lock down. Like some people's bodies and their genetics, they just cramp, and there's no explanation for it. You can drink a lot of water. You can do mustard before games. Like some people, they just can't figure it out. I think LeBron might be one of those guys. But at the same time, there's no excuse really because nobody else really cramped up. And I mean, it is what it is. The better team won that night. I mean, for people who have, I guess, excuses, Miami fans, people just looking in, LeBron fans. If there was a problem with the whole AC thing, well, this could have been solved one way. Miami should have just won more games than Spurs during the season, and the game would have been in Miami instead of San Antonio. That's
I
the way
agree
I
with
feel
it.
about it.
And I'm a Miami fan, and I ain't make no excuses. And just like D Wade said, the Heat didn't have anything to do with their performance. It was just the game got away from him. Green lit. He started to heat up. No pun intended, and it just got away from him.
How can you be called the Heat and not be able to take the Heat?
The irony.
That was so funny. My man Gary Owens, a comedian, was like, when the air conditioner went off, he said Ray Allen's legs started and the tendon started to get loose from the heat because he banged on somebody so scandalous. Though I ain't seen Ray Allen jump
Yeah.
out in a minute. But going back to the game, I personally think like Charlie horse is a form of cramping, and when you get them, man, you can't do shit. You can't even dream about doing shit. So I understand. So I'm not gonna take nothing away from the man because that cramping junk ain't no joke. But as far as the game, I sat and watched the majority of the game. And the Spurs ball movement is something to marvel at. Even if they had 29 turnovers, their ball movement pretty much run them that game. The way they move the ball and they trusted in the system. Miami don't have a system. They just do a lot of pick and rolls and try to get mismatches on everybody. So then when it come down the stretch, they stagnate. If it's not LeBron getting the ball, posting up, going to the hole on the pick and roll, they offense started to stagnate and break down. So without LeBron, they had no other options. Dwayne Wade, they knocked down and double team to make sure he didn't get off. Bosh Spice didn't do shit. So that's how I look at game one.
Yeah,
And
man.
I think, yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say, man, Dwayne Wade is starting to, I mean, for boxing fans out there, he's starting to look like Sergio was last night, man. Like, I mean, yeah, his legs he's not as explosive as he was. So for them to, I guess, when LeBron going out and putting it on his back, I just don't believe he has the quickness and the explosiveness to carry that burden anymore.
I don't know. D Wade my favorite player, but he has lost a step. But he has to. I don't know. Chris Bosh has to play up to his level, his skill level, because it's a big three. We lose sight of that. They came here together to accomplish something, which they have done some things. But if one person go down, Chris Bosh got to step up, just like Wade, and we got big scoring from Ray Allen. But if your superstar and another other star not doing anything to help the role players, then you're gonna beat pretty much every time if LeBron's not on the floor.
You know what about that? Chris Bosh, they should post him up more earlier in the game to get him in a rhythm because he can't be sitting out there 7 foot jacking up threes all day. even Dirk Nowitzki had to learn to get his ass on the post, and
I
that's what
agree.
made Dirk Nowitzki a better player. Bosh can't be out there floating and shit. I see Mike back with us, so we just talking about wrapping up what you
Yeah,
thought about
yeah.
game one.
Game one, honestly, hey, I felt early on it looked as if I thought Miami was gonna take it early on because they came out fast, explosive, and Duncan them looked like they was kind of lost. Then Duncan them went on their stretch, and basically I compare it to like a heavyweight battle. It looked like one would throw a shot, then another one would come right back with a shot. But in the fourth quarter, Mr. Cramps, he he couldn't get it together. So that's I mean, everybody try to say that's the reason they lost. I believe the Spurs. I believe their overall team camaraderie is what won them.
Well, hey, they are the better team. We gonna acknowledge that, but this series is still far from over. I expect the Heat to win this game. I expect LeBron to pace himself if possible to prevent, cramping as much as he can. But I think that he got he's gonna come out with a vengeance because he's been getting dogged in the media, which something he's used to. But I think he's gonna come out with a big game, and I think he's gonna get more from Bosh. Maybe try to get Greg Oden in there to put him be another big body. Tim Duncan, but
what did you say?
I said Greg Oden defense.
Kwame Brown 2.0.
No, that motherfucker Serge Martinez 3.0. Motherfucker got the knees of a crab.
First Sergio Martinez, you know that, man. Or he's becoming a Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie. All right. I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Big question. If LeBron finishes the game without cramps, do Miami win?
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, just to hold on to the knowledge, I believe Jarrell is the only Heat fan on the panel today. So just to let y'all know, Jarrell is the only Heat fan on the panel. I don't like the motherfuckers.
You are correct.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I think that the game probably would have ended.
Yeah, John, what you think?
I think that the game probably would have ended like last year's finals, where the game would have been close, and it probably would have came down to the last one or two possessions. So I can't really call whether or not LeBron being in there would have resulted in a Heat victory. That's just something we would have had to find out. But, I mean, let's not use that as an excuse because the war of attrition counts as well. So the fact that he got hurt, I mean, he got hurt because he got worn down. So, I
agree.
It is what it is.
And
he was crying in the second quarter. Get me out the game, coach.
But you know his workload over the last 4 years has been
right.
He's been carrying the Heat, and Wade, my boy, but Wade got to give it a little more. Whether he pace himself in the first half and then explode in the second half, he got to he got to give more. And Bosh, like I said, Bosh the X factor, man. He gotta get out of his softness, man. Like you said, post him up early, but he don't want to be posted. He don't want to get in the paint. That's why he always floating out there behind the 3-point line and trying to get those, those 3-point shots, which he can make an occasional one or two, but that is not his game, man.
But that's the problem with Bosh. Bosh is too finesse, and in the series against
What's going on with that boy? Yeah. But Bosh is finesse, but in Toronto he was posting the hell up though. Keeping 100.
But that was his only who was gonna create shots for him. You know what I'm saying? He got Wade, you got LeBron, so he can afford to float out there and to be in the
But think about it.
To drive and kick it out for an open jumper or a 3-point shot. So he needs to pull Tim Duncan away so he can hit LeBron, Chalmers, and Wade.
Bosh supposed to be getting 10 rebounds a game. Bosh in this 5 and 6 rebound shit, it ain't gonna cut it.
That's because he playing on the perimeter so much.
10 rebounds a game. These 5 and 6 rebounds he getting, that's another thing that happens. Right. That's why he needs to get his big ass in the post.
Dude, he tall. He ain't big, though. He tall. He just tall.
He down in the box and
Kevin McHale wasn't all that
Right.
big, and he
He's
still
6'11",
was one of the best.
right?
He was Kevin
He's
McHale wasn't
6'11".
that
He's
big.
supposed to be down there. He's gonna get
But
some
look,
rebounds.
look at the mentality back then, man. Because Bosh couldn't play back then in that era with Jordan and Magic.
Hell no, he couldn't.
All right, fast forwarding.
It's a strategy on the Heat's part.
All right, fast forwarding into tonight. What would be your strategy for Miami? What got to be the game plan for them to get this win?
They have to start good again. They have to start good. I mean, they can't start slow because a San Antonio team that's clicking on all cylinders will beat your butt all game. Like, I mean, they will blow you out by 30 if you allow them to get a fast start. Like, they're not one of those teams that go up and then have those lulls. If they're on fire, they're on fire. So Miami has to make sure that they come out and mean business from the opening tip. They can't have a game where they try and coast because this is the type of game that San Antonio will blow the doors wide open. So, I mean, first they would have to start fast, and I think that they have to somehow get this into a running game where if San Antonio is turning the ball over again, they have to make sure that they're getting points off of turnovers because their offensive sets and stuff like CJ was pointing out really aren't good enough. They have to be scrappy, get the 50-50 balls and stuff like that in order to win this game.
For me, I think they gotta contain, try to contain Tony Parker. They gotta watch Danny Green because Danny Green, man, once he hot, he's just dropping threes from anywhere. And like you said, get Bosh in the game early so he can get a rhythm, and him and maybe LeBron can play off each other and Wade come in where he can. But contain Tony Parker and Danny Green, and because Tim Duncan and Ginobili most likely gonna get theirs, but I don't know, man. You just got to play a game because they going against a better team. Simply as that. The coach is better, than their coach. So it's just gonna have to be a great effort. Like this is a game to. If they lose this game, I don't think they're gonna win the series.
I was just gonna ask that, but basically, I'm gonna tell you what Miami has to do. Miami has to move the ball around more. First, I would do is get Chris Bosh the first 5 or 6, 7 touches of the game. If you make three or four of them, praise be him to him. I would try to get him involved first. Let him take over. Him and Wade take over. That would be my plan.
I was gonna say.
I'll let them take over in the beginning, and I'll live and die by that. And then in the end, I preserve LeBron, and I let LeBron take over the second half of the game. That would just be my personal strategy. But the ball has to move more than just the pick and roll because San Antonio's pick and roll defense is superb. So you have to run some real sets, some old Bob Knight baseline set or something. They just don't have no sets they can run that's effective. So they have to figure out a way to move the ball, move the ball better.
If they have it'll be so much easier. But go ahead, John.
But I mean, we're overlooking something that's very important here. It's not just Bosh, but Chalmers hasn't had a very good playoff either. And really, where your sets and stuff come into play is your point guard play. Even though LeBron handles the ball a lot, I mean, it's almost like Chalmers really is doing them a disservice on the floor right now. So, I mean, I don't know what they have to do as far as the rotation, maybe getting Norris Cole in there a little bit more or what, but I mean, I think that them not being able to run any type of sets has to do with the point guard play. I mean,
I agree. That's why I would stick LeBron as the point guard. My majority lineup for Miami would be LeBron at the 1, Ray Allen at the 2, then I put in Battier at the 3, Bosh, and I have and Birdman in at the same time to deal with Thiago Splitter and Tim Duncan. That was no, playing majority of the minutes.
No Wade though.
No Wade. No, you don't play Ray Allen over Wade.
I forgot about Wade. I will slide Ray Allen to the 3 and Wade on the 2. So it'll be LeBron at the 1, Wade, Ray Allen, Birdman, and Bosh. I forgot about Wade.
Too.
And you got to make sure Haslam gets some minutes in there too, because you need somebody that's scrappy like that who has finals experience in there as well.
Some clutch shots, so you know.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what about adding Rashard Lewis in there? Yeah, some extra points.
Man, he a liability on defense. He reliability on the offensive on the rebounds. He a
Just like,
liability. He allowed his shooting is a liability most nights.
just like Bosh is. Bosh is a liability on the defensive
Right.
end. Last superior.
Man, he ain't making them like he used to. Come on now.
True.
I remember he missed like 18 open
killing it with
3-pointers
the
one night.
Orlando days. He was killing it with Orlando, but he
Yeah, when
don't have to do that here. All he got to do is get him a swing 3-pointer here or there, and that'll be something to add to the development of their offense.
Man, they say when you get them $100 million contracts, them shots just don't make. They just don't fall no more. There's something about that, man. He paid. So.
Look for Shane Battier to have a big impact tonight, though. I think he's gonna come off the bench and hit a couple of threes and get a couple of defensive stops and set.
I think he done. I think he done personally. I think it's time for him to retire.
Yeah, I heard he's gonna retire after this year, but
right.
I'm talking about right now. I think
he's trying to retire with the league, but it ain't gonna work.
You remember old boy Miller? We thought he was done, and he came off in I think Game 5 or Game 4, whatever it was, against the Thunder, and he lit their ass up. So don't count Shane Battier out yet.
Man, he's due for a 6 3-pointer game in Miami or something like that. He's due for it. I was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Shane Battier is very capable of scoring like 20 points one of these games, all like 6 threes and 2 free throws.
Yep.
Maybe, but what do you want to see differently out of San Antonio to make sure they can secure the win?
Keep turning it over.
Yeah, I want to see Kawhi Leonard be a lot more aggressive. I want to see Kawhi Leonard go at LeBron early and often.
Kawhi, man,
I know it's a tough task, but I want to see him go at him early, so he can put it in LeBron's head that I'm here to play too. I'm not afraid of you just because everybody labels you the best fighter, best player in the world.
But he can't match up with LeBron physically, and Kawhi Leonard be taking himself out of the game. He too timid and passive. He got a lot of potential, but he holds his stuff back.
But that's the reason why I say I want him to go at him.
But
that's the reason why I say I want him to go at him though.
It don't seem that's in his nature. He kind of like that Kevin Durant. He got that killer instinct in him, but he just, for whatever reason, he just holds it in and he
won't release it. He won't release it.
And one thing I would like to see from San Antonio is them stop turning the damn ball over for one. And number two, if they want to continue to win, if the Heat end up going small, they got to put Kawhi at the 4, Tim Duncan at the 5, and then everybody else fall in place after that. That's if they want to go small. But San Antonio big man so versatile, they got the advantage when the Heat go small because Tiago Splitter, he a white boy, but that motherfucker athletic.
Who?
Tiago Splitter.
Hey, man, go jump.
Hey, he
can move.
You can look up. He can move.
Yeah, he is athletic. He is athletic. He athletic.
Man,
he athletic, bro.
Finals, man. He could barely get off the ground. You see when LeBron swatted his shit back.
Like my man said, Tim Grover, explosiveness is just not up and down. It's side to side and back and forth.
Good point.
His ass could get his ass be he ain't no liability out there, dog.
Plus, you can't use LeBron. You can't use that. He swats everybody's stuff, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron probably is the best athlete in the league, so that's not. I mean,
but he swat. I usually see him swat shots when he's chasing down a defender, not straight up somebody trying to dunk on him.
That's still LeBron. You ain't gonna let nobody dunk on you in the finals, especially not Tiago Splitter.
All right, Stephen.
Hey, but real, you gotta forget LeBron. You forgetting LeBron 6'9" though. He ain't no little bitty dude. He
sure ain't.
He built like a fucking power forward.
Yeah. He do, but all right. Well, y'all win that point, man. Y'all win that point. I get it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, but I feel like the Spurs. I mean, one thing that I would like to see is the Spurs are most effective when Tony Parker has his game going. So I want to see the Spurs implement some stuff to get Tony going a little bit early. Because when Tony starts killing, then that's when the drive and the kicks, and they get 6, 7, 8 threes. You know what I'm saying? In a row or whatnot. And they just get rolling. So I want to see them get Tony Parker off.
Yeah, somebody got to contain him because once, like John said, once he get into the lane, man, it's open season, man. He either laying it up or he hit Danny Green or Kawhi Leonard or Ginobili, whoever out there, and it's gonna be easy work. So you got to contain him and try to keep him under wraps, and then take your chance with Ginobili or Duncan killing you, or maybe Leonard. So
Yeah, you're right. Leonard didn't have a good game last game, but you know who had a good game but didn't score a lot last game? Boris Diaw. Man? I remember he used to ball for the Suns, but damn.
I call him Fat Diaw now. He getting all that weight. Fat
hey, man,
Diaw.
he got the pressure.
Yeah, he's been balling though. His facilitation of the ball meant a lot of game one. He made some dumbass passes too, but he made a lot of good ones too. But Tony Parker, man,
He was off.
I thought Tony Parker was the key to this series, but I'm starting to think more and more it's Manu Ginobili.
I hate that man. I hate that. Always. Damn, he a great player. I can't stand his ass, man, for real.
Man, that just means he's a great player. That's all it means, man. When you can't stand somebody, you can't realize why you can't stand them. That means they're that good. So
That's exactly. I don't know why. I don't like that he flopped, but other than that, I ain't got nothing negative to say about him. He's a great player. He can shoot. You know what I'm saying? He got a handle. He ain't that good on the defense. He's straight on the defensive end, but I need him to revert back to last year's Ginobili in the finals.
He got his ass in shape.
Yeah, he was basura in the finals last year.
Yeah, he got in shape. That's all. He got in shape. Last year, he was tripping over his own feet in the finals and all that good stuff. But Ginobili, you just can't say enough about him. He came in the league at older age, 25, 26. He invented the Euro step for all y'all guys.
He changed the game.
Thought Dwayne Wade invented the Euro step. No, it was Manu Ginobili. You need to pay homage to him. And then
man, Wade just brought it to the hood. That's all. Now all the black kids, all the athletes are doing it. So
then you got, you know, they bench is so deep. Where the fuck did chunky but skinny now Patty Mills come from? He wasn't playing for shit. He just came out balling.
Patty Mills with no neck out there balling.
Patty Mills, the second best point guard in the NBA Finals right now.
Crazy, man.
What did Chalmers and North Cole do y'all any favors? They ain't do a damn thing.
I think we need to put insert Cole with either starting lineup or give him more minutes because he kind of sparked. You know what I'm saying? He got that confidence and you know he played like a big man. Like he got a big man's heart. So I think you know he can come in and give us a spark early. Chalmers can maybe finish it because he still got that clutch gene. We seen what he did at Kansas against Memphis in national championship game. So I don't know, man. He just need to
stop bringing that shit up. I remember that game like it was yesterday. Derrick Rose missed more free throws than a little bit.
Chalmers has had his clutch moments with the Heat as well.
Yeah, he did. He had a lot of big shots in him. They wouldn't have had them rings without if it wasn't for him. But this is a contract year. You would think he'd be balling a little better than he was. Chalmers do. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. What's our predictions for tonight? Scores and everything, the whole nine.
I got Miami winning a close game. I'm being objective, but I think LeBron and I think Bosh shakes out of his first game slump, and I think they win. I'm gonna say 92-89. James has 30 points. Bosh has 22, 8 rebounds. Wade, give him 20 points and get some sparks from Battier and Allen.
John?
I think that the Spurs probably blow this thing open tonight. Yeah, I think Tony Parker gets off. I got 101. I got 101 to maybe 88, something like that.
Damn you, John.
All right, I've got Miami winning 97 to San Antonio 94. I just think LeBron gonna come out there with a vengeance, and it's gonna be enough to propel him. So this was Colosso Sports Zone, recorded on Colosso Boxing Talk because I made a mistake, but we go.
Yep.